Hello, this is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11. Michael Commiso of the battle buddies on. You know, I like making people laugh, and I'm going to keep making people laugh. And it's cool to let out my feelings on YouTube and everything as a veteran. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish. You know, it's hard to talk to people as a veteran, so I open up my feelings on the internet and everything. And, you know, one thing they taught me in the military was, what's that? I got a speech impediment. It's self-construction, like, not to put down people, but to motivate them to do better kind of thing. You know, when you're an NCO or a sergeant in the military, you got to motivate your soldiers to be better soldiers or something, like better person. So selfless construction, I forgot how you say it. So it's not putting it down, it's trying, like saying New Jersey can be a better New Jersey and everything. So I appreciate my landlord. I appreciate that she lets me stay here. I knew my landlord since I was a kid. I grew up with my landlord, and me and the landlord and my parents and my brother every year sat in front and watched the 4th of July with the landlord and everything. So it's I can't figure out what that word was. It's to motivate. So I appreciate the landlord and everything. And then my parents, I love my parents. So I still need my parents around. Like Grandpa would say, your parents are retarded. And that's cool with me, Mom and Dad. I still need you around as my parent. And I need my family too and everything. I may not understand everybody, but I still need people around. And I appreciate my dad driving me around and everything. So Christmas is coming. Christmas went by too fast. I don't know if anybody noticed, years are going faster and faster and faster. So I just want people to be happy in the world. And there's few negative people in the world that try to drag people down, like the damn pussy terrorists and gangsters outside. They try to make people drag them down and everything. So I really don't understand the guy across the street with the lights off every day and every night. But I will stay away from that guy across the street. I feel like there's something wrong with that guy across the street. And there's some, training in the military. But the instincts tells me I don't know why it's so wrong to turn on the lights across the street. For one, and I feel like when I look at him, he does things on purpose when I look at that guy. So I will stay away from the guy across the street with the lights off every day. If anybody noticed, there's something wrong with him. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But, there's something about him I don't like. So, I appreciate my landlord letting me stay here and pay rent. Even the fact that people try to drag my name down back home as a veteran and everything. And it's not everybody. I know people appreciate veterans. I'm just saying, self-construction. It's, you know how the drill sergeant yell and scream at you in the military? They're not yelling at you to try to make you feel bad as a drill sergeant. They're yelling at you so you pay attention. You know, when you go to war, you have to pay attention when you're at war or you die. So I think the main job for basic training is to make us pay attention as a soldier, to be aware of our surroundings in basic training. You know, so when you go to war, that yelling in your ear from your basic training is still inside of you. When you know that basic training, the drill sergeant, when you go to war, it's still got that yelling and screaming at you. What would the drill sergeant do at war, kind of thing? So self-construction, it's like United States. It's not putting down United States. It's to motivate United States to do better. That's what type of videos I'm trying to make, you know. As veterans come home from war, veterans need that motivation to keep moving. So sometimes I feel like my videos motivate other veterans and everything. You know, I get put down, beat down, and whatever. Commiso's still moving forward, even the fact that you call me names and make fun of me back home. I'm motivating people to keep moving forward. You know, who the hell did they call somebody names on the streets in the first place and everything? So, it's not, I feel like I let out my feelings on my videos, and it's just to let my family know how I feel about things, and if I have friends, and you know, just because one person's picking on you, calling you names in school, remember, you got a whole school. You really need one good friend in this world, you know. You really only need one good friend in this world, you know. If somebody's picking on you in school as a kid or a student, just remember, there's more than one student in that school, and you only need one good friend around to keep it going and everything. So, I try to do that to motivate people to keep moving forward. You know, when we got attacked in the United States, you know, that part brought our motivation in the United States went down a little bit. But the United States is still here. Our flag is still flying in the sky, and we can keep moving forward as the United States. This is the greatest country in the world, United States. We got the freedom of speech. We got the freedom of being who we are as Americans. So, if it seems sometimes I get frustrated or upset, I'm trying to let out my feelings the best way I can, because as an outcast, it's hard to explain Commiso or whatever. So, yeah, I think there's something wrong with the person across the street, and I think his Wi-Fi name is Sir Bites a Lot. I think Sir Bites a Lot across the street. And where's the other one? Yeah, Sir Bites a Lot is across the street. And Lord God below is across the street. So, what kind of Wi-Fi name is Sir Bites a Lot across the street? So I think that's Sir Bites a Lot across the street that has his lights off all the time. So I don't know what that means. You know, if I had to come back home to a neighborhood where they mock me as a veteran. Oh, my lights are off, to pretend saying that because when we're at war, we're not supposed to have lights on. It was black ops. We had to turn off all our lights out on the base. Our base had to be pitch black at night in the desert so we won't get sniped on base. So if that's the reason why his lights off across the street to mock me as a soldier. So if that's the reason why his lights off all the time, it doesn't make any sense. But I just feel something, a bad vibe about him or something. I don't know what's. He's a grown-ass man, and when I look at him, it's like I want to run across the street and punch him in the face. Every time, it's the way he looks at me. You know, a grown-ass man talks to you. You know, but since there's a gang outside, and he's white, a gang white man. If you're white in a gang, there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying. And they're making fun of you and they're corny and shit. Anybody in a gang, you're corny. But if this guy's mocking me and turning his lights off every night because he knows that I'm a veteran, then that's not a good friend across the street. So there's something wrong with him. So I'm allowed to stand up for myself as a veteran back home. If people call me names and bully me, I feel like I have to stand up for myself as a soldier after 9/11 attack in New York City and everything. You know? Because I'm nice to people. I go out of the way to try to wave at people and they give me an evil look. If I wave at somebody and they give me an evil look, well, what do you expect me to believe as a veteran after 9/11 attack in New York City and everything? So I don't get the person across the street because I thought I waved at everybody around here. You know, when the 4th of July parade goes down the street, you know, everybody's waving at me as a veteran. So I thought people are cool with me as a veteran. So I just don't understand the person across the street. So, but I guess I can't allow the few assholes in the world to determine the rest of the world, I guess, because not everybody is an asshole in the world and everything. There's only a few assholes outside. Well, I can't allow that to determine how people are in the world, I guess. So I guess the few assholes do these things on purpose just to irritate me because they know, oh, Commiso's going to get angry and we could get Commiso in trouble with the law if we get. That's why I feel what you're doing to me at court. You know, instead of court helping me out and everything because I'm a citizen and I fought for my country, and sometimes I feel court is trying to irritate me on purpose so I get in trouble. That's not how you help people out and everything. So, it ain't my fault the law can't figure out how to fix the internet by now. So nobody gets in trouble with the law on the internet. That's not my fault. And I wave at everybody around here. I say, hi, how you doing? But since they're in the gang across the street, they feel like they gotta treat me like shit because you're not. I guess they're not true Americans across the street or something. Because true Americans, if I'm willing to say hi to people as a veteran and try to get to know you, you'll figure they do the same thing. So, I apologize if you feel like I put people down, but if I was an NCO as a sergeant, self-constructs, I have to mold you as a good soldier, you know. If I'm the only one in the squad or the platoon or the unit that gets medals in the military, then I'm not being a good leader in the military. It should everybody get medals in the platoon and the squad and the unit. That should be a good soldier. So that's what I'm trying to do and everything. You know, I think I would have been a decent NCO leader in the military. But since I'm the goofy guy, not a lot of people listen to the goofy guy. So I figured it'd be difficult for soldiers to listen to me because I was the goofy guy. So, but at least I'm trying my best back home as a veteran. I do try to abide by the laws, even though I don't understand some of the laws because I think I'm being treated unfairly. And, I'm not trying to put people down. I'm not trying to put the country down. I'm not trying to put the government down. I'm not trying to put my neighbors down. I'm not trying to hate on anybody. Well, I think it sucks that soldiers die for this country, for veterans to come home, and there's a gang outside on the streets. It's a free country. I don't have to answer to any gang member on the streets of America. I'm a free American soldier after 9/11. I'm my own man while these gang members got to run up and down these streets and answer to another man on the street. That's not United States of America. So if they're just doing what they do across the street just to irritate me because they know I'm a veteran, then they're not good friends to me across the street.
Let's be honest, the way you look at Roman Reigns.
So that's not my fault. Because it ain't that hard to turn some lights on, but I think they're trying to say, oh, you're using black ops. We're going to turn our lights off in the house and make it believe that you're back at war as a veteran. I think that's what's going on in there. So I can't let the few people that don't know how to treat their veterans and the few, like my landlord, I grew up with the landlord. So it's cool that she's letting me stay here, even the fact that you're trying, what sucks? The country asks, why is the country poor and people don't have jobs? Because all you do is get your Americans in trouble with the law. So when you get your Americans in trouble with the law, they can't work, and that will lower the economy in the United States because most of the people in the country is in jail or prison or parole, and they can't work because you got them in trouble with the law. Then you ask why the country economy is not up because everybody's in trouble. Even if you're a good guy, the law gets you in trouble. So it's hard for you guys, Americans, to get jobs. Oh, you got everybody in jail, prison, and everything. Because, So, I guess the message that American television is trying to teach us, American kids won't be able to do anything in America, become anything, but be in jails on a live television show. So, a lot of this television show is a negative towards the United States and everything. It doesn't make any sense and everything. So, I try to say hi to everybody, but like I said, I can't allow a few assholes in the world determine the rest of the world. And I think that's how the internet works. And the law. You guys go off the few assholes and then put it on us of the rest of the people in the world. As you put on television and everything. So, it ain't my fault there's something wrong with you guys. I didn't do nothing to them. I just moved in. They have to throw their weight around saying they're gangsters. That's what gangsters do, I guess. I don't. But who are they? It's a free country. I don't have to dress like them. I can dress like Commiso. And if people can't be my friend because the way I dress and what I believe in as an American, then they're not my real true friend. So, like I said, I appreciate people that try to help the veterans out. It's not everybody that's a hater. It's not everybody that's a hater outside. It's only a few haters outside. So I apologize if I get upset saying, damn dude, I served my country, I deserve a lot more respect from the people across the street. They have the nerve to wave at soldiers in 4th of July parade streak around here and to get treated the way I do and everything. So, and if people think I'm speaking in behalf of one veteran, well, I was a good battle buddy in the military. I'm speaking on behalf of all my battle buddies that went to war with me. All my battle buddies don't deserve to get treated like shit. You know, we all Americans that jumped on a plane and flew all half around the world to protect our country and the people that live in it. And I believe that's enough respect for people to get back home for you guys and everything. So, don't worry, I'm going to go back to goofy videos again. But even a nice guy like me has to let out some feelings too and everything. So, when you see me sometimes upset in my video, I'm trying to let out my feelings. And I'm not trying to put down anybody. Compared to, I feel how it feels like people are trying to put me down and mock me and make fun of me on purpose. But I can't allow the few people determine the rest of how to wrestle. Because the whole world ain't evil and bad as television and the internet is. There's a lot of good people in the world. And a lot of good people do appreciate veterans. So, that's all, I guess. This is your disabled combat veteran after 9/11. Michael Commiso and the Battle Buddies online. I'm a good guy, and I don't need anybody else to tell me anything different who I am as a person.